Time with Dr. Adams.
Hi there, welcome to another episode of Time with Dr. Adams. Yes. I'm here with Mr.Turkson. We are still talking about men helping their wives through their pregnancy journeys. So, Mr. Turkson, welcome to Time with Dr. Adams.
Pleasure is all mine.
How many children do you have?
I have 4 of them. 4 wonderful kids.
How you are saying 4 of them? You want some more?
No way. 4 and done.
4 and done.
4 and done. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how has the pregnancy journey been for you and your wife?
Pregnancy journey has been amazing for us. Amazing because we struggled initial 5 years of our marriage before we were able to get the first boy. And so it was a journey of bitterness for a long time until somewhere around 2016 when we had a breakthrough and my wife got pregnant, and somewhere January 2017 the baby dropped.
Okay, yes, so let's talk about the infertility stage.
Yeah.
I know we are in Ghana, Africa, the pressure, especially for your wife. You dear say you're a guy, and usually when someone is not getting pregnant, it's every eye is on the wife.
And that is one thing that I still don't get it in our society. It takes a man to impregnate a woman.
Yeah.
So if a woman is not getting pregnant, then when initially we wanted to wait a while for the first year to pass, married before, so our plan was to travel around and do other things before. And so for the first 1 year, we took precautions not to get pregnant. Then when we wanted it, it wasn't coming for another 4 years. And so it was difficult for my wife, especially because, as you said, everybody is looking at her and not even me. I was willing to go to any hospital for us to get checked, so use any methods of trying to conceive and all that. So I did the best I could to make sure that I shielded her from pressure. Sometimes church old women will be asking me, when are you giving us our child? Even sometimes friends jokingly,
because they don't mean harm. It's like
they don't mean harm, but especially one that I seem never to forget. One that actually hurt me. A friend in the church, we were having a party, and there was a meet. I think everybody said was like, "You can't even pregnant me. I want to chew me." It was meant to be a joke, but it was unfortunate. I mean, I took it. I didn't even show him I was angry or about it, and then I moved on. My family was very supportive. Her family, her parents never once asked. My mother never once asked. My father, I think, had gone for a funeral even without my wife, and he was like, "If it's the problem is with me, he can help." I said, "Yes, it's with me."
That's what that says.
Yes. So I said, "Yeah, it's with me." So my father was like, "Okay, you need to eat a lot of coconut, fresh coconut." I said, "Yeah, I'm eating a lot of that." That was. But apart from that, my parents were supportive. My mother never once. They would come and visit. We would go and visit them, and never once. And
I think you were blessed.
Yes, at some point when I realized that the pressure was getting onto my wife, there was nothing wrong with that actually. We've done all the tests, we've done all the scans. My wife has even done a bit of a surgery for remove the fibroid. Apart from that, nothing medically reason what both of us to. My sperm count was amazing, and so I like that.
It just wasn't time.
It just wasn't at the time. So I decided, okay, I'll take a long leave. I took my wife to the UK, visited her sister, stayed in London for about 3 months, and before we returned, she was pregnant. So,
change of environment did the trick. So now let me bring something in the medical. So that's primary infertility. When it comes to infertility, we have primary and secondary. Primary is when, just like Mr. Turkson and his wife, there's nothing wrong, but it's just not happening. And then secondary is when it's acid with the cause, there's a cause behind it. And I love what Mr. Turkson did. He shielded his wife from family. I mean, they have amazing family from the society and from friends as well. So that's what we tell people. If it's not happening now, relax. Sometimes when you tell them this, they don't believe it.
Yeah.
They think like you, the doctor, you're not really trying to help. But when every test has been done, go to you, you see what he said. He was willing to go to any hospital to see whether there was a problem. So both of them were checked and still there was no problem. Alright, so we thank God for what you did for your wife. So after baby came, baby waited 5 years. What was the feeling? Were you, so this year, so vagina?
No, vagina. All four vagina.
Vagina, okay.
Yes.
So how was the feeling? Finally, 5 years.
I had always determined that I would be the one cutting all the umbilical cord for my, for the kids. So words cannot express it, but it's been joyful and it's still joyful. The kids are amazing. They are all healthy. The best times I have right now are when I'm with them playing, and kids are a blessing. Not that I waited for so long because they look special to me, but maybe because I like children myself, I enjoy my time with them a lot. And during the COVID time when we were all home, and those were special moments for me. And I know that as I watch them grow, it's always pleasant.
So did you cut the umbilical cord for all four?
All except one.
Where were you?
One, because I was at the church emceeing a program, and by the time I got there, my wife had already delivered, and I made back.
I said, baby, go back, let's get again.
I wish I could do that,
but that's nice. So it means 3 of your babies.
3 of my babies, I was at the labor with 3 of them.
That's nice. That's really special. I don't know about you, but that's really special. So which one? The 4th one, that's the one you couldn't cut?
No, the third actually. One. So the first, second I cut, the third I missed it, and then the last one, who is just about 3-4 months old, I cut it.
Alright, so about the finally waited 5 years pregnancy, did she have any pregnancy complications?
No, apart from one of them that we encountered a breach, which was corrected along the way. Apart from that, thanks be to God, we've not had any complications.
She didn't have any special cravings, trying to you for watching?
No, I mean, my wife is very strong. I think no cravings, not even the saliva thing that some women do. She's fine, just that she will have the normal swollen face and her nose. So it's the nose that I always laugh. I always laugh at her.
I heard you at a point saying she had fibroids. Now I made a video on fibroids that I have fibroids and I have 2 kids. My fibroid, I have not surgically removed it because it's not bothering me. So she removed hers and she was able to still conceive. That's what we are telling people, that so far as you seek medical help. Mrs. Turkson has fibroid, she removed it, she was able to carry 4 pregnancies to term. I keep telling people, so you have fibroid, it's not the end of the world. Just talk to a doctor. Sometimes the procedures that can be done, you'll be amazed. Alright, so when baby came, what changed? As in, finally baby at home, sleeping time.
I think what changed was the fact that we know that what we've prayed for, what we waited for, and what we've patiently decided that we wait for it has come, and it's all joy. I mean, my story wasn't so special because I had seen others who have waited in the same church who have waited 8 years, others who have waited 10 years, and they have gotten. So apart from my wife, that I realized that she was getting a bit worried. I, for one, I was young when I married, so I knew that even if I got my first child at 40, I would still be okay with it. And so I kept the faith, but it was joyful, it was happiness, it was, words can't explain it, but only those who have gone through can better understand. Family around us, friends around us really showed that they were with us in prayer, they were with us supporting us. Though they were not asking, they were silently also waiting with us and were quite supportive. So it's been an amazing journey so far.
One of the reasons we are doing these interviews is to try to reduce maternal mortality. I believe we educate the masses, they understand what is happening, especially the men. We've seen women coming to the hospital late because they started bleeding or started having a lower abdominal pain, but the men didn't believe that something could be done or training or bad at hand. Do you know someone from afar or close who has lost a wife or child during childbirth?
Yes, I know a friend who has lost a wife during childbirth, and I know a friend who has also lost a child. During childbirth. It's not something that I've not experienced it, and so I can't imagine. But it's nothing that I wish on anyone. What I did was to make sure that from the very time that I know my wife is pregnant, to seek when she can start medical, seeing a gynae along the journey. So we had a wonderful doctor for all the 4 children.
Same daughter?
First 2 same, and then different daughter for the
last 2.
Because the first had moved from the hospital and was going to yes.
All right. So with the story you've heard about people losing their wives, what do you think Ghana Health Service or the health system in Ghana, Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service can do to reduce maternal and child mortality?
For those of us that are in the metropolis and in the cities and all that, when you hear these stories, you think it's far. But for those of us that also have roots in our villages and know that healthcare is a big issue there, I think that is where they can do well. In all, for me, my passion is with the rural medical outreach. I belong to a team, fortunately, that we are currently building a CHIPS compound for a village that will service about 4 different villages that are around them.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know CHIPS compound is like a mini clinic. So that people will be able to go there for first aids before they are referred to Omega, and it's like the basic of health system in Ghana.
Yes. And so we went there, and pregnant woman had to be carried in this aboboya thing, the tricycle thing, on a rough road and driven for well over 2 hours before they can get to the nearest, medical center.
Did she make it? Did the baby make it?
They made it, but the trauma of going through that, I don't want my wife to go through it. I don't think any human being. So we were scouting for a place to plant this project, to decide even on what project. When we saw that, that's what moved us to decide on the CHIPS compound and for that, cluster of villages. We hope that we'll finish it soon. We've been able to do it with all the health, all those who are involved, the director of health within the district, the MP, the district chief executive of the area. Do
you mind telling us your NGO, the name? Do you get funded, like if someone wants to donate or something like that?
Yes, if someone wants to, as we speak now, the project is ongoing and we need funds to be able to finish the project. But the name of the NGO is big. I smile because you care.
I smile because you care. So when someone Googles it, you find it.
We are because you care. We are on all social media platforms, including LinkedIn. You can reach us. We have our contact details there.
So you are almost finishing with the CHIPS compound.
It's left with the roofing now, and we should be done.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So whilst wrapping up, what's your advice to men out there? How to help their wives during pregnancy, postpartum, then a word for those parents or those couples also waiting like you did?
Great. For young parents and families that have that are having pregnancy, and the best time to support your wife is when she's pregnant, especially when it's your first or whether first or second, because that is a very delicate stage of their lives, and our support and our being around them and making them know that there's someone for them, I think goes a long way to help them psychologically and emotionally to be able to successfully carry babies to term. For helping with your husband, it's your home. If I say that my wife works just as I do and I can't let her come home, all of us will come from work and she's the one that has to do. No. So if I need to get her help, we discuss and we go for a house help. If we need to get someone to come and do anything for us, we discuss, and I don't let my wife wash my clothes. Cooking, she decides that she wants to cook. But even with that, we plan and she cooks during weekends, and we have a house help to help with all other things to be able to make her also comfortable. And I drive my children to school and I bring them home as many as I can. And so that's how I try to support it to my family. If I don't do it, who will do it for me? And for those that are waiting to have a baby, look, there's nothing more reassuring than trusting in God. God answers everything. And you also have to do your part. Get to a hospital, have yourself checked. Both of you, if there's a problem, listen and trust a doctor that is advising you. And there is no problem that doesn't have a solution. And even when medically it seems impossible, trust God. Anything can happen. And I know that as you wait, God will answer the prayers.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr.Turkson. So what I got from this is, whilst waiting, trusting God, and be sure to seek medical attention. Great. It's funny how you meet people and they are telling you they are not getting pregnant. I met someone, so they are doing long distance relationship, which is fine because right now the urbanization, and the wife is leaving, where they are living, like, so when the man is coming to visit you, they don't think about the ovulation period. So if you are coming and your wife is not ovulating, then you won't get pregnant.
Basic science.
Basic science.
Basic biology.
And even if you don't know this, and when you go to the hospital, they will tell you.
Yeah.
And so they are there waiting 7 years, and I'm talking to them, and I'm like, so that was why you've been having sex at the wrong time. They just, and they don't think they should seek medical advice. So please, like Mr. Turkson said, trusting in God and then seeking medical advice. And Chips Compound, please, the name of your...
I smile because you care. It's big.
All right, so you can Google it, and please be kids will be so you can help them with any monetary help. Thank you very much for coming.
Most welcome, pleasure.
Adams. Please like, share, comment, and please subscribe. Bye.
Time with Dr.